Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to learn how we can create an engaging and attractive presentation with the help of PowerPoint. First of all, you need to open the window of PowerPoint and then you need to select a design that you want to add, and it should go according to the theme. For example, if you are just creating a presentation for children, then you have to take a design which has got some attractive and bright colors. For example, if I need to create a presentation for input and output devices, then I have to take a design accordingly. But if you do not like any of the designs available in PowerPoint, there is another option available that you can just go to Google, and you can go to Google Slides, and you can find many good and attractive designs over there, and you can just simply click on start a new presentation, and here you can just find out about different themes available. You can scroll down and you can take any of the theme from here. Don't worry that you have to create the presentation on Google Slides. You don't have to do that. You just need to select the design and then you have to click on file and download Microsoft PowerPoint.pptx file, and it will be downloaded. Once it is downloaded, you can open it in PowerPoint and it will work the same way as it is working here on Google Slides. Okay, so I have this theme with me now, so I can just simply add a title, input and output devices, and you can add any subtitle over here according to your choice. And just to make the presentation more engaging, you need to add moving pictures that are called GIF images, graphics interchange format images, that are movable images. So how you can add that? There are many sources available on the internet also. One of those source is bestanimations.com. I'll share the link with you. There you can find many GIF images according to the categories. So I have downloaded some of the GIF images. To insert those images, I will click on insert and I will click on pictures, this device, and then I will locate the file that I need to add. So I have added this picture. Okay, let's another image. And you can resize the images, movable images also. Okay, so now we need to add an audio file in the background, so we don't have to be there when you have to deliver the presentation. If you need to export the presentation as a video, you need to add the voiceover also. So how you can add the voiceover in a British accent? For example, if you are just introducing the topic, what you need to do, first of all, you need to write down, type all the text, all the wordings that you want to be there in the background. You must have a rough draft of all these things according to the slide numbers, like the slide 1, slide 2, slide 3 and slide 4. This is how you have to just create a rough draft. For example, this is my first slide and I want it to be added as the background audio. So I will go to ttsmp3 text to speech mp3.com link, and I will write it down because I don't want it in my own voice, and I just want it in another voice and in British accent. And I can just check
Input and output devices.
and I can, if it works fine, then I can download it. So the mp3 file will be downloaded. I can now insert it by clicking on insert tab and audio on my PC.
Input and output devices.
Okay, it works fine for me. The slide number 1 is completely done. You can add an animation also by just clicking on animations and by just simply emphasizing. You can select brush color and you can select the color from here. So we are selecting a color that goes with the theme. And now if you need to add another slide, I'll click on insert and new slide, title and body. Or I can just simply add another slide. And I can add an audio file over here also. So I first need to convert it. And I will download it as mp3.
Let's see how a computer system actually functions.
Here I need to add an image that describes the function of a computer system, because when we are creating presentations we need to keep the slides as less textual as possible. So it's also a moving image. So I'm not adding any text over here because the picture describes the function very well. So I just need to add an audio file that describes the process, and for an audio file I need to convert the text to an audio file. For that I have to copy and paste things that I have already created. Be careful about adding dots and commas, because when you need the reader to pause for a moment, then you need to add commas and dots so that there is a pause in the sentence where it is required. If you don't put any commas and dots, then the line will be just in one go, very continuous, and it will not look natural. So I'm adding the audio file that I have just downloaded.
This is how a computer system actually functions. This is how a computer system actually functions. The input is entered through an input device and then it is processed by a processor, and finally, an output is produced which is given to the user through an output device.
Okay. So now let's add some other slides. There is a shortcut key of Ctrl+M with which you can just add a slide very quickly. Now let's learn about the input devices, and let's add the description over here that we have added. We will not add the complete text over here because a good presentation doesn't have a lot of text on the slide. I'm just changing the font to a little playful so that it's more attractive to the students, and I can add a moving picture also. The complete description will be there in the audio file. So let's first of all convert the audio file. So it doesn't take much time to be converted to MP3 and then downloaded. Now let's come to the output devices. This is very important that you maintain a notepad file where you have the rough draft of the actual content. And if you don't have a rough draft, then it is going to take a lot of time to write things again and again, and then finally converting them. But if you have a rough draft, you can do it very easily within a few minutes. Let's add the audio file. Okay, so finally we are done adding all these things. Let's have a look how it actually looks. You can add the animations also. If you need to animate the text, just click on the text and click on animations. You see there is this animation on number 2 and the voice is on number 1. This is not right. The title should be there and then the audio should appear. So I will click on this and I will move later so that the animation comes first and then the voice. So whenever you need to add animation, you can just simply click on any of the emphasis option. The color should be green so that it goes with the theme. I'm moving it earlier so that the heading appears first and then the sound. After getting done with the presentation, you need to export it as a video. So what you do, you click on file and then you export. You can click on create a video, and full HD, ultra HD, you don't need to do that because it is going to take a lot of space in the memory and it will be difficult for you to transfer. So you can just select HD or full HD. I'm clicking on full HD and I am giving it a time, seconds spent on each slide. So I'm just, because we don't have a lot of audio or text on the file, so we are just keeping it 4 rather than keeping it 5. Create video, and you can select a location and you can save. Okay, so once it is done, the final presentation will look something like this.
This is how a computer system actually functions. The input is entered through an input device and then it is processed by a processor, and finally, an output is produced which is given to the user through an output device. An input device is any device that provides input to a computer. There are dozens of possible input devices, but the two most common ones are keyboard and mouse. Any device that outputs information from a computer to the user is called an output device. Since most information from a computer is output in either a visual or auditory format, the most common output devices are the monitor and speakers.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.